Hello everybody, Kurt Risch here, and thank you for joining me on One Shepherd. So today we are continuing with our Old Testament reading of the book of Proverbs, chapter 15. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge rightly, but the mouth of the fool pours forth foolishness. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, keeping watch on the evil and the good. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness in it breaks the spirit. A fool despises his father's instruction, but he who receives correction is prudent. In the house of the righteous there is much treasure, but in the revenue of the wicked is trouble. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the fool does not do so. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. The way of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but he loves him who follows righteousness. Harsh discipline is for him who forsakes the way, and he who hates correction will die. Hell and destruction are before the Lord, so how much more the hearts of the sons of men? A scoffer does not love one who corrects him, nor will he go to the wise. A merry heart makes a cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of the heart the spirit is broken. The heart of him who has understanding seeks knowledge, but the mouth of fools feeds on foolishness. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but he who is of merry heart has a continual feast. We do have a word study here, guys. The word is banquet. The Hebrew word is mishteh, and Strong's Concordance number 4960. Notable Old Testament banquets include that of Ahasuerus, that's Xerxes I, at which Vashti refused to allow herself to be displayed. That was in Esther 1. And that of Belshazzar, at which the gold and silver vessels stolen from the temple by Nebuchadnezzar were used, and at which the handwriting appeared on the wall in Daniel 5. The New Testament speaks of the Messianic banquet, a banquet at the end of this age, at which the patriarchs and the righteous will be guests, but from which the wicked will be excluded. We see that in Matthew 8 and Luke 13. The book of Revelation concludes with all people invited to one or the other of the two banquets. At the supper of the great God, the scavenger birds are invited to devour the defeated kings of the earth and their armies. At the marriage supper of the Lamb, Christ will have fellowship with the faithful. Alright, continuing with verse 16. Better is a little with the fear of the Lord than the great treasure with trouble. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than fatted calf with hatred. A wrathful man stirs up strife, but he who is slow to anger allays contention. The way of the lazy man is like a hedge of thorns, but the way of the upright is a highway. A wise son makes a father glad, but a foolish man despises his mother. Folly is joy to him who is destitute of the discernment, but a man of understanding walks uprightly. Without counsel plans go awry, but in the multitude of counselors they are established. A man has joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season. How good it is! The way of life winds upward for the wise, that he may turn away from hell below. The Lord will destroy the house of the proud, but he will establish the boundary of the widow. The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord, but the words of the pure are pleasant. He who is greedy for gain troubles his own house, but he who hates bribes will live. The heart of the righteous studies how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours forth evil. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayer of the righteous. The light of the eyes rejoices the heart, and a good report makes the bones healthy. The ear that hears the rebukes of life will abide among the wise. He who disdains instruction despises his own soul, but he who heeds rebuke gets understanding. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. That's it for our reading of the Old Testament book of Proverbs, chapter 15. I pray that this has been a blessing to you and that you can use this throughout your day and that God grants you wisdom and watches over you. Before you go, guys, check out our other videos. You can see a few on screen now. Also, be sure to like and subscribe below, and may you have a great day, and may God bless.